Alright guys, welcome in to, I haven't got a name for it yet, but we're basically revisiting all the games that we've played / finished in 2025. Now I am not a big game finisher, as my community loves to remind me, but this year I have made it my mission to play not only a lot of games, but a lot of games that have been on my list to play for a long time. Some of them being Heavy Rain, Hollow Knight, Skyrim, Alice Madness. So there's some incredible games in this lineup here, and we are going to tier list them together. So while we're tier listing, I would love to know where you guys would put it on the tier list, if you've played it or if you haven't played it before. And pretty much let's just have a little discussion about each game. Hollow Knight mention, let's go! You could have made that intro shorter and left out games we've finished on. Shut up! No. Can I just let you know, by the way? Can I let you know? Where's, oh Jesus. Where's my sticky note with the games? Can I let you know, everybody? This is the games we've finished. Finished! And most of these are multiplayer games. So, cop that and eat it. And suck it. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, how about them apples? Thank you. We have a tier above us called Hollow Knight, please and thank you. My goodness me. Alright, I'll be ready. Now, should I just grab the games at random? Maybe I'll like close my eyes. And we'll just... No, because then the chances of me not hovering over the top of a game is so likely. Alright, let's try it. Alright, the first game. Oh, as if it's on... I literally started on Date Everything. And it's freaking on Date Everything. Imagine. Do we need an order of you starting them? I could, but I kind of wanted them to be all mixed up. Alright, so the first game we have is Date Everything. Now, we literally played Date Everything last week for the first time. I really enjoy. I wish I could kind of just like hold it there, but it's just going to end up putting it in. That's fine. For the purpose of right now, it's in B tier, okay? It's not in B tier, but that's just where it is, so I don't have to click on it. We played Date Everything last week. I've been wanting to play it for so long because it just seemed silly. It had a lot of good voice acting. It has like a little bit of a story. It was just a little bit of fun. We kind of needed some chill after all of the heavy, intense story games that we've been playing throughout the year, because that has probably been half of our year, or at least the last couple of months. So I liked Date Everything. I still think I want to do another stream or a couple of streams on it potentially. That and Power Wash. Oh, Power Wash 2 isn't in here. That's okay. We can add it at the end. Anyway, Power Wash 2 is obviously S tier. Clearly. Yeah, I want to play it again. Do I think it's the greatest game ever? I don't know. How did you guys feel about Date Everything? Where would you rank it? We didn't end up dating everything. We did date some things. We did. That seems amazing. Oh, you haven't seen or played? Myth, how you doing? This is all your games of the year. This is my finished and played games according to Steam. So Steam did a recap, and I had already wanted to tier list the games of 2025, and then Steam literally had them laid out for me, like month to month, or month by month, which was so handy. So I just copied that list. And then I've added in a couple that I know I played on Game Pass, which was Alice Madness. But for the most part, it's mainly just my Steam games. How are you, Myth? Hope you're doing well. Are we allowed to move things later if we decide the tiers need to be... No, you guys can just tell me where you would place it on the tier, but this is me. If I feel like I maybe need to move something, but I feel like I'll be pretty confident about my choices. My only thing is, we've played so many good games this year, I don't know how I'm supposed to not put everything in S tier. Truly, I feel like everything is S tier, almost, that we've played. You'd put it in B, you'd put it in A, put it in high B or low A. Only saw me play it, okay. I can see why people like it, but I'm not a fan of the genre. No, that is completely fair. Ruffy is on here, yes. I don't know, this is a hard one. For me, it is A or B. I don't think Date Everything is an S tier game. I think maybe I haven't played it enough to put it in A tier. I did have good fun with it, but I don't think it's the greatest game to ever exist. I think I might actually leave it in B tier, which is not because it's B for bad. It's just, I know on my list that I'm looking at right now as well, so many of these games are significantly better than Date Everything. So yeah, I feel like this is good. All right, what's next? It has potential, yeah, right? Where's my mouse? Oh, oh my god. I thought my mouse was straight up not on my screen. It was on my side. Okay. Oh, also I should mention that the VOD channel that is pinned, you will find, because these are all from this year, you will actually find my playthroughs of every single one of these games on the VOD channel. So if you would like to watch through them, I'm looking at all of these and I'm like, yeah, all of these, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty stacked VOD channel. Holy shit. All of these playthroughs you can go and watch. They should all be in playlists as well. They should be relatively easy to find. Okay, so the next game is My Side. Now, this was our crazy anime girlfriend inside a video game. And I did the demo on the main channel and then we played the full game. And I really enjoyed My Side. My Side, Me Side, I can't remember what it's actually properly called. I feel like before I played all of these games that are now here, this was almost up there for Game of the Year for me. Burn It, you didn't like? I love this game. Like, I'm already confidently I'm putting it in S tier. That's how much I enjoyed it. For me, I was a little bit nervous to play it because I'm a bit of a baby with horror. But I think the style was really cool. I think the story was really cool. I think the puzzles and stuff were really cool. I truly loved the game. I couldn't really fault it, personally. Oh, you don't like horror games. Play the demo, not realizing it was horror. Yeah, look, it does start off definitely not feeling like a horror game, but that's why I loved it. There were just so many surprises in it. And I think it was really, really cool. I would love to play another game like that at some point. Me-Side was super enjoyable for me to watch. I enjoyed it more than Date Everything. I don't know if I would put it S tier, but it's got an argument for it for me. Yeah. So you'd probably put, most of you would probably put it A, maybe? I would personally put it in A. I think there were games I enjoyed better. Yeah, okay. Oh, and then also with tier listing. So the closer it is to the B, or the A or the S, the better. So for instance, if I was to put Date Everything here and I liked Date Everything more, I don't know if this is how everyone does it, but if I liked it more, then, it would go like this. So you can still have things in the same tier, but also then categorize within that tier as well. Because sometimes it's just hard. Because there's gonna be one standout game, right? And if you don't know what the standout game is, then you don't know me at all. But there is a standout game on this list. There's a couple, actually. I think a solid half of these are S tier for me. It's Hollow Knight, definitely. Like, she'll be up there. She'll be up there. It's definitely Tomb Raider. If I had to guess, it would be Blueprints or Dispatch. One of you were right. Shit, I forgot about Tomb Raider. Thank you. Tomb Raider is, in fact, on this list. If you guys remember, the Tomb Raider 4, 5, 6 remasters dropped this year. All right, game number 3. Oh, wow. That's a good game. That's a good game. Guys, we should rank this game. When is the Tomb Raider games tier list happening? Okay. I can't, in good faith, tier list my sweet beloved Tomb Raider games because I love them all. It's very, very difficult for me. My favorites are Tomb Raider Legend, which is 7, Angel of Darkness, which is 6, and Tomb Raider 2. But then there's a special place in my heart for Tomb Raider 1. They would all be S tier. No, 100%. Every single Tomb Raider would be S tier, so that's the problem. So I wouldn't even really be able to rank them within that because they all mean so much to me. You know what? Since we're on the train of Tomb Raider, like I said, the Tomb Raider 4, 5, 6 remasters came out. We opened up the collector's edition for Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 remaster recently. I've been building my Tomb Raider collection. If you don't know, I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan. I have 3 to 4 Tomb Raider cosplays. I love her with my entire heart and soul. I cannot wait for the remake next year and then the new game in 2027. So there is no world where I would put Tomb Raider, the fact that I got blessed with remasters of my favorite games, there is no way that I would put that anywhere other than piss off, Me-Side. The highest of the S tier. Can we hear your British Lara Croft cosplay accent for free? No. No. I feel stronger now. Now, I'm not going to ask you guys where you would put Tomb Raider because I know none of you would probably put it in S tier. But that's because it's not your favorite game, okay? Actually, you know what? Let's do this. How about you guys pick? So if you guys pick which game you would like me to judge. 12? It would make me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did you even know that Limbo was 12? Or did you just pick 12? I almost forgot that this is why the Steam recap was so good, because I forgot about so many of these games that we played this year. Like, I remembered most of the ones that were in the last couple of months, I would say, but Limbo, you know, could have been one of those games where I'm like, oh, did we play that this year, last year? So thank God for Steam, or else I wouldn't have known. I mean, I could have checked the VOD channel. So I think this one must have been really, really, really early in the year. And Limbo, Inside, I need more games like those games because they are so cool. I do get Inside and Limbo mixed up. No. Okay, I know what Limbo is because I remember the ending and I remember by the name Limbo. It's just such a cool art style. It's such a simple game whilst also not being a simple game at all. Visually a masterpiece. Tells such a story without saying anything. The puzzles are good. I can't remember if it was Inside or Limbo where I got stuck more, but all I know is it was really, really good. I don't quite know if I want to put it S tier, but I like it more than Date Everything. I feel like it has to be better than Date Everything because it's just, there's more to it, you know? I think I might put it in A tier. Personally would switch Limbo and Me-Side. Oh, okay, you really like Limbo. Fair. I don't know why I really liked Me-Side. Like, I don't know if it really stood out to many people as much as it did to me. Was just, I guess Limbo's pretty unique as well, but it was just not like anything else that I've ever really seen. What are we tier listing next, team? Any random game on this list. Digging a hole? Where's Digging a Hole? Fuck, it's right there. A game about digging a hole. Now this game just came to console, by the way. Flickr finished it and stopped playing pretty much instantly because they're really, this is a hard game to judge. We did an extra stream to play this game because I was so excited about it. I think we got a key off Keymailer. It was a really fun game. Probably only went for about 3 hours. And then once you're done, a wholesome game. There was a lot of hole jokes. Oh my gosh. Once you're done though, there really isn't, unless you just kind of enjoy digging a random hole and you think that's therapeutic, there's not a lot of content after it's done. Which I know is the case for quite a few games, and it was cheap. From memory, it was only a couple of dollars full price. So it's a really, really fun game. I don't want to put it C, because it's between B and C. I feel like C is offensive. It was a fun hour or two, yeah. Like I really stretched it out to 3 hours, I think. I don't even think my full playthrough is on YouTube, actually. It was just my first part because then I didn't realize that I didn't have that much left, so I finished it in another stream and I don't think I uploaded it because it was only half an hour or so. Bottom of B, you would put it in B. For me, it's so hard to compare games, like a game about digging a hole and, you know, The Witcher or Skyrim. These big, heavy, huge open world games with a game about digging a hole. $5.55 in the Steam sale. There you go. You put it in C. I think what it is, I'd put it closer to Date Everything personally. Yeah, I think I might put it in B, but there is a chance that it might move down. Because Date Everything has so much more content as well. Like, we've already played Date Everything for as much as we've played a game about digging a hole, and there's still so much more. Low B is perfect for it, yeah. I wish there was more. It's such a simple, cozy, funny, random little game that I actually wish that they added. I don't know what they'd really add to it because there is a story, and once the story's kind of done, you know, you're done. But I would love to see them add more to it. I was hoping with the console version they maybe had added more, but they, spoiler alert, as far as I know, they haven't. I think it's fun in the moment, but once you're done, you don't really think about it, yeah. I mean, it does still cross my mind sometimes, especially because it just came to console. That's probably the only reason though, because it's kind of refreshed my memory on it, but it was fun. It was fun to do a random spontaneous. I think we did a night stream. I jumped on, or maybe I jumped on randomly on a weekend. We had an extra stream. We sat there and dug a hole together, and it was fun. So the memory of the stream also helps too. Bigger hole, multiplayer, more maps. Yeah, right? My nose is so itchy. Twitch integration. We get to dig together. Brilliant. I've done it for them. I think it had an effect on the game space as well because so many copycats came. Oh, God. So many. I mean, we have on here a game about flicking a switch, which is not made by the same people, but this was literally a game about flicking a switch. This was literally a game about digging a hole. Give me a game about opening doors. Isn't Blueprints about opening doors? True, Blueprints should be called the game about opening doors. All right, Schedule 1 has been requested by Fraser. Schedule 1. I love how we've got such a mix of heavy story games in this, and then just the most random games about digging holes and making drugs and flicking a switch and water park simulator. Like, there's just beating around a bush. It's just such... You can see where I went story heavy and then went, oh, let's have a break from story heavy, and oh, story heavy, and then oh, let's have a break for a little bit. So schedule 1, I actually want to play it again. I think we've played it two, maybe 3 sessions, I'm not sure. It's a really fun game. It's a really good game to just sit there and chat and be silly. I don't really know if I've made that much progress on it, but it is fun. It does have multiplayer if you want to cook with your friends, and it's just a silly, goofy time. I actually really enjoy it. I feel like I get the same enjoyment maybe as digging a hole, but there is much more content in it. Like, is there an end to schedule 1? I feel like there probably is. And it's many more hours than digging a hole. I also think it's quite cheap, quite affordable as well. So I feel like it's got to be pretty close to digging a hole. Tier listing is hard. Why did I decide to do this? I'm just causing myself great pain. No. No, it's nice. It's nice to think and also reminisce. That's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to reminisce and look back and be like, holy shit, look at all these games we played this year. For me, Schedule 1 was fun, but it felt too repetitive pretty quickly. Okay, that's fair. That's why I think, as much as I haven't played it with anyone, I think it would be really fun to play multiplayer. Like, Sats and Scotchy always play it, and they've put like 50 plus hours into it together. So I think that would keep it more fun and engaging. But also, because I'm always just chatting with you guys and not too focused on the game, I kind of like that, so I don't get too focused on being repetitive. But then digging a hole is also repetitive. These are pretty interchangeable, I would say, but I think I like Schedule 1 just a little bit higher. Having never sold drugs on the street, I can relate more to digging holes. Or anyway, just to clarify. Yeah, fair. Next up, make good choices. Now, a lot of these games we played, maybe not a lot, but a couple of these games as well we played in my 30-hour stream that I did, which wasn't a full 30-hour because I did sleep, but it went over 30 hours for my 30th birthday, which I fucking loved that stream, by the way. I'm tempted to just do them every year for the next couple of years. Like, next year we do a 31-hour stream, and then next year, the year after that, a 32-hour stream. So Make Good Choices was one of those games we played on that day. Same with Don't Pee. I think we played during that stream, and a lot of Assassin's Creed Shadows. So Make Good Choices was one of those, basically a rage game, where everywhere you turned, the world was trying to kill you. So you had to make good choices to not die, and you just simply had to make it down the street. Like, it was so simple. But was it? I had a lot of fun with it though. I also managed to finish it, which was surprising. So again, I feel like it's on the same level as digging a hole and you're selling drugs on the street. I thought I was going to struggle with my S tier. Evidently, I'm going to struggle with my B tier the most. Maybe it could be... Oh, I really, really liked it. I was very entertained by it. And I know it was a quick game, but I liked that I had to think. And I just had a lot of fun playing it. And I think also seeing that a lot of people played it and never made it more than like 2 seconds down the road. And the fact that I was persistent and I finished it and I felt good when I finished it. And I just like games like Make Good Choices. I like these stupid little silly games that make me laugh a lot. Like the Moral Dilemma and Fever Meme and Flicking a Switch. Like, if I'm not playing a heavy story-based, choice-based game, they're my jam. I might put it in A, actually. Such a silly game, some great humor as well. Yeah. I really liked it. I think the moment that I realized there was actually logic to the game, I was like, oh, I'm beating this game. What are we going for next? Hollow Knight? Ooh, big ticket item. Hollow Knight. I've lost it. Oh, it's here. I'm blind, apparently. Now, Hollow Knight. A beloved game by many, including Starkey. Now, this was from my 30th birthday as well, this was a reward to do a Hollow Knight stream. Now, I truly did not think I would enjoy this game. We did a second stream of it. I don't think we got to do a third stream of it, but I really wanted to. And so I still want to go back to it, but I'm up to... I forgot her name. The one that the whole second game's about. Hornet. We're up to Hornet. And I know that's a bit of a scary fight. So I didn't not go back because of that. but things just happened and then we never went back. So Hollow Knight was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it much, much, much more than I thought I would. Absolutely adored Hollow Knight. Only have 44 minutes in Silks. Oh, wait, you just haven't had time for Silksong Fraser, or it just didn't get you as much as Hollow Knight? That's interesting. If it isn't S tier, I'm not sticking around. No, Hollow Knight, I went in thinking I would hate it. I like platformers. I grew up with platformers, but I've just heard that Hollow Knight was so difficult, and I thought that it was going to cause me so much pain that I was going to end up angry. I thought I was going to end up lost and confused. But truly, if you just keep exploring, you'll eventually figure out where you have and haven't been. And I beat a boss or two, I can't remember. And I was having a lot of fun with it. I was hooked on it for the 2 streams, 2 or 3, I think it was 2 streams that I was playing it. So going in with low expectations and then having it absolutely blow me away, I think it might actually be S tier. Maybe if I finish the whole game, it could be ahead of me-side. But I think just because I love that game so much and I completed the whole thing and it's truly stuck with me, I think it might be just below or close. But it's in S tier, okay? I think I will go back and play it 100%. I genuinely didn't mean, because I was trying to be better this year with finishing games and not abandoning games. I genuinely didn't mean to do that with Hollow Knight. It wasn't intentional. The same with Witcher 3. A couple of games that we kind of ditched this year were not because I wasn't enjoying them. It was just because life happened and new games happened and they just got lost. And I'm sad because they were so good. Like, there's not a bad game here, I'm pretty sure. I had all good games. Same with Skyrim. I guess a little bit Hollow Knight, Skyrim, Witcher, they're very overwhelming games, so that's a part of it as well, but it was by no means because they were bad. I'm a little biased, so I would put it ahead of both me-side and Tomb Raider. Oh, of course you would. Yeah, I'm sure you would. But as long as it's in S tier, I'm happy. Oh, we have a guest. Guest interruption. Hi, princess. Say hi. Next up, My Friendly Neighborhood. I want you guys to try and guess where you think I would put this, because it might surprise some of you, but I feel very passionate about where I'm putting this. S tier, least A tier. C, don't remember it at all. Have you played it yourself? This is called My Friendly Neighborhood. It is Muppet Resident Evil. I'd put it in S, but I think you're surprising us by not putting it. Oh, okay. No, so I thought you guys would be surprised with me putting it as high as S. Because I thought you guys might think, yeah, sure, fun little silly little game, but you know, nothing crazy, right? It is a masterpiece. It is so much a masterpiece that I'm so sorry, Starkey. It does knock out Hollow Knight. Again, if I finished Hollow Knight, maybe this would be different. And it might even knock out me-side. I'm just saying. It was so fun, and I didn't want it to end. That's how you know when it's a really good game, where you just genuinely don't ever want the game to stop. Putting it over me-side, but not Hollow Knight. I'm only a few hours into Hollow Knight. I don't understand the gravity of Hollow Knight yet, but the fact that I was still willing to put it at S tier is big. But yeah, Muppet Resident Evil, it's so good. My favorite Resident Evil game, personally. I think you guys could tell watching me play My Friendly as well, how much I enjoyed it. Heck no to that inventory system, but that's more space than most Resident Evil games give you, to be honest. No, it was so good. It was so silly. It was so goofy. The story was funny. The voices were funny. The gameplay was fun. I really, for me, putting something in S tier means that I can't really fault it, especially that high in S tier. So for me, I can't fault My Friendly. I would just want the game to be longer. I did. I also convinced, you hear that, My Friendly Neighborhood? I also convinced like 5. So my brother played it. Flicker played it. I think Gray played it. And maybe some other people in the community played it. I want a My Friendly Neighborhood 2. My Friendly Neighborhood 2 about the old neighborhood. The creepy, dark. Yeah, there you go. They could do it. Easy. Because they gave us a taste of it at the end. And then they took it away. Now, Dolmare. I believe, Maria, you said Dolmare. How did we all feel about Dolmare? I think the concept was fun. Kind of like an anomaly game. I'm not really an anomaly person usually. But I liked the way it was done. It was creepy enough. It kept me just enough engaged. And I think the story was cool. I do think they could have delved deeper And now I'm struggling to figure out where to put it though, because it's on the same level as like, you know, a good little short game like these games. But is it better or worse? I feel like I've got to put something in C, but I'm just not sure if any of these are going to be C. I'm looking at all the games left and I'm like, shit, they're all so good. Because then if I put Dollmare in C, I feel like I've got to move those down. Is that the one in the Doll Factory finding things that aren't right? Yes, pretty much. I think for what it is, Dollmare's pretty solid. I'd probably have it between Limbo and Good Choice. Oh shit, you chuck it up in A, okay. I think move the B tier to C and put Dollmare to B. Oh, yeah, no, I feel like I can't move those down because to me, D's a bad game, C's an okay game, and B's a good game, and A's a great game, and then S is a perfect game. To me, these are above average. So I think maybe I've got to put it here. Playing more of Date Everything could eventually get that above Dollmare. Yeah. I love how I'm taking this so seriously. I'd pick the game you rank the lowest and do that next so you can have a range of games you compare others to. Well, I probably have a game here that stands out as the lowest one. Or two. So you want me to give you my next lowest ranked games next? Good English. I was so confident about my choice and now I'm just not sure. So I was going to go with Gloomy Eyes and I was going to put Gloomy Eyes in C. But the problem is I did like that game and visually it was beautiful and I thought the way it played out was great. But then now looking at that, I'm like, but is it better than or equal to these? So maybe I do have to do this. I don't know. This is such a stressful thing. Why am I taking this so seriously? I'm taking these decisions like my life depends on it. This ranking is super informative to me. I only played Repo Peak and my me-side watched Misfortune. It's like getting real reviews of the games. Well, that's what I'm trying to do as well. Reminisce and review. No, I haven't played any games bad enough to do an F. Truly. Like, I don't even have a game to put in D. Oh. Now, I liked this game. I loved where it went, but unfortunately the start of the game was way too slow. So it does start off very, very, very boring, but I love the concept. Again, I love these stupid little games. So I liked it a lot, but it has to go in D because it definitely is just not better than any of these games. It did lose us for a bit. Once it got into it, it got really good, but then I guess it's like digging a hole. It's over very quickly and then you're done. Also, I don't remember half the time how I felt about these games. So if you guys remember me particularly loving a game and I've forgotten or hating a game and I've forgotten, refresh my memory because I just want to check, is Gloomy Eyes supposed to be above Date Everything? Yeah, I kind of moved on because I'm still not sold with where Gloomy Eyes is. You think Waterpark Sim is a D? I really liked Waterpark Sim. I would probably put Waterpark Sim, where is it? I would put Waterpark Sim here. Again, simple sim game. We only played it did we only do one stream on it, I think? But I would play it again. I think it was entertaining, it was fun. And I don't think it's a bad game by any means. But I just haven't really gone back to it. Maybe Gloomy Eyes. Maybe this is where we're sitting currently. What are you ranking Dispatch? You want to see me do Dispatch next? Where would you guys put Dispatch? Only A? Tied to Limbo? Oh my goodness. Okay. So not a lot of S tier dispatches here. So Dispatch for me. Better than Hollow Knight. So far. Better than me-side. Better than My Friendly. So looking at where I've put it, for enjoyment wise, you could tell if you watched me play Dispatch how much I was enjoying myself, and I think that shows with me. And also with My Friendly. So Dispatch and My Friendly are actually equal. Fully, they're such different games as well, so it's kind of hard to compare, but I think they are equal. So don't think that this is me saying not as good as My Friendly. I mean, better than My Friendly. I think, yeah. The Walking Dead is on this list and I would put that above Dispatch. So might I. We don't know. There's still so many good games that I have to rate. Ugh. It was amazing, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't outstanding. Or Myth says best game up there so far. I love how divided this is. This is why I want to know where you guys would put it and how you feel about the games. Because there is some incredible games and some people don't like them at all. But Dispatch it had an impact. It was fun, it was silly, it was different, it was so well done. It's stuck with me, and I want more. I want a sequel for Dispatch, and I want a sequel for My Friendly. Oh, don't make me do Blueprints after. Blueprints is an S. Alright, Blueprints. Now, if you guys don't know, this was one of my favorite games, I think ever. I was honestly horrendous at it. Barely finished the game. I got to the credits, but the credits is just the tutorial, as everyone says. It's just such an insane game. There is nothing, to me, there's nothing like it. I want to say, in a way, it's one of the best games I've ever played because of how hooked it had me. You guys, we did like 8 streams straight of Blueprints, I think. There's never really been a game where I have done that. It had me, and I was angry at it. I was frustrated, but I couldn't stop. And I think that counts for something. So I do put Blueprints in S tier. I put it above Hollow Knight. I put it above Me-Side. I put it above My Friendly. And I probably put it above... Again, these might be pretty equal. Well, they're all pretty equal, let's be real. I really liked Blueprints. If Expedition 33 didn't come out this year, Blueprints was... If Expedition 33 didn't come out this year, Blueprints, Dispatch, and Me-Side were my games of the year. I would put Blueprints third and switch Dispatch and Hollow Knight. Yeah, well, I mean, you would put Hollow Knight first. Tomb Raider, no one else would have Tomb Raider S tier. You guys would probably put it like C or B, right? When did you play Peak? We played with Starkey. We did it once. All right, we're gonna do some speed runs, team, because we've been mildly distracted, but that's okay. We were talking about Peak. So you know what? Peak's good. It's a fun little, cheeky little multiplayer game. I've only played it once. I feel like it's really hard to judge multiplayer games. I feel like some people that have played it more and like finished it might put it higher. I think Peak should be in B just because it seems like it'll be frustrating to play alone. Oh yeah, I think it'd be very difficult to play alone. But people have done it. People have done a great job at it. I think B's good. Peak's also had some crazy updates. Absolutely. That's the thing, all these multiplayer games usually do. So many different biomes and stuff. Okay. Another multiplayer game. Let's go for Night Rain. Loved Night Rain. Night Rain has had a DLC that they just brought out. Speaking of multiplayer, Night Rain. They also brought out duos, so you can play with 2 people. I still haven't done it yet. I really wanted to buy it for Flicker and I on the console so we could do that. But also my Xbox would probably load so slowly. I wouldn't even be in the game with him. But it was really fun. I think also because it's Elden Ring, I might have to put Night Rain maybe up there. Should have been an expansion for Elden Ring. You think so? No, I really liked it as its own game. I'm glad it wasn't an expansion. It's such a... Yeah, it's definitely a game in its own right. I can understand wanting it to be an expansion of Elden Ring, but then people would have to have Elden Ring to have Night Rain. And it's not Elden Ring. Granted, they also could have just not called it Elden Ring. They could have called it Night Rain, but I like that it's called Elden Ring Night Rain. But yeah, it's... You don't go into Night Rain thinking, oh, I'm about to play Elden Ring. It's so different if you've played both of them. Let's go for the game that changed my life. Does anyone know the game here that... Okay, not changed my life, but the game... There is a game here that ticked off a massive achievement for me. Oh, wait. Oh, that gives it away now because I'm fucking covering it. Never mind. Anyway, it's Moral Dilemma, the interview. If you don't know, a clip from this got me over 3.5 million views, over 4 million views across all platforms, and was absolutely huge for me. I had never had over 1 million views, let alone 3.5 million. And it still gets views and likes to this day. So Moral Dilemma was a big moment for me. I made a lot of other people play it, and it was just silly, stupid, good, entertaining, apart from the part where they actually made you pick the Moral Dilemma questions and they were a little controversial. But other than that, this was a big game for me. Big moment. Same with Fever Meme, but not quite as big for me. Fever Meme was kind of like my Moral Dilemma for some people. So I have to put it. It's definitely an A. Better than Make Good Choices for me. Can I put it higher than Night Rain and Limbo? It's just my type of humor as well. I'm a bit torn with moving it up. gonna say, it wasn't like the greatest game in the world, but the humor was great. The way it was a simple game, but it was done really, really well. I think I would understand if this was the highest rated game for you because of the social media success. Yeah, well that's why I'm mentioning it, because it does come into play, and I did also just absolutely love the game. Keeping in mind everything, maybe I will put it at the top of A. Did get to nuke a small family in-game. And then on the same vein as Fever Meme, you can't read it, it just looks like or Vermin. Vermin was also a fabulous game. I got a lot of entertainment out of it. Not as much as Moral Dilemma. I think if I was on... Well, actually, Fever Meme is the reason that my VOD channel is very close to monetization. So that also got me some good success. Helped me out a lot. It got me a bunch of hours and a bunch of subs. Content did well, which was great. And the game was also entertaining. Thank you to Gray for gifting me this game. And then this game has now taken off and has done the same for a lot of other people, which is really cool. And it's just like a silly, cheap, little, fun, goofy rage game. I think I put it above Make Good Choices. I think I pop it in there. I think I still put it in A, keeping in mind everything it provided and did for us. But I don't think I can put it above these. Plus, we like to support aimbot. We do. Let's go with another silly little game. A game about flicking a switch. I don't know who was here to watch a game about flicking a switch. Because again, this is another one of those stupid little games. Maggie sent me this game. And I thought, oh god, when Maggie sends me a game, it's very questionable. I had so much fun with this game. I was so entertained. It again went to places that I never expected us to go. And it was a decent, like we got a decent amount of gameplay out of it. I actually liked it even more than Make Good Choices. Maybe not topping Fever Meme. They're pretty close. I will say they are pretty close. I played a lot of good meme games this year because the fact that they're all going into A tier, I don't think I would ever put a little meme silly game in S tier because I just don't think it can unless it really blew me away. This is almost like these games are S tier within their category, but they can never quite be S tier with everything else. I don't know. I think Stanley Parable might be the only meme game for me that could have reached. Ooh. Yes. Stanley Parable, I think, definitely S tier. And even Superliminal, maybe like the lower end of S tier as well. Which kind of makes sense, because a lot of these games are inspired by those games. So it makes sense that the father of those games would be on top. And then the little babies, little copycats, would be, you know, just a step below. Makes sense. I don't consider Superliminal as a meme game as much, but I get it for sure. Yeah, no, that's true. Just gives me the same sort of feeling. Like the game's making you feel stupid without a narrator. Is there a narrator in Superliminal? Maybe there's not. God, I love games like that. Sort of a narrator? Yeah, I thought I could remember a narrator, but I'm not sure. Anyway, those type of games, I always say this, but if you ever find a game like Stanley Parable, Fever Meme, Flicking a Switch, Moral Dilemma, any of those sort of trolly, funny, silly, memey narrator games, please tell me. Because I think they're one of my favorite genres. Okay, let's go with Ruffy. Now, Ruffy was such a random game. We got a key for this game. I'd seen a little bit about it. It was mainly the retro nostalgia for me. It was simple, it was silly, it was very much like a kid's game. But I thought it was, the art style was really cool. And it was a good, easy game where I didn't really have to, some of the puzzles I had to think. It was just a love letter to retro platformer. Yeah. The fact that there were actually full-on nods to Crash Bandicoot 2 was really cool. And it was just fun. I don't think it was the best game in the world. So I'm gonna put it, it's either lower B or highest C. I did enjoy making Ruffy and the River Peens. I think the way you included us in the drawing textures process was a bonus as well. Yes, I loved that. It was a nice element to the game. We did a couple, maybe what, 4, 5 streams on it, I think. So many textures, so many peens. So I think that's fair. It was above average, kept me entertained, kept you entertained. What should we go next? Do we go, there's a couple of big ticket games in here. We go Karma. So Karma the Dark World, straight to S tier. I know it's going into S tier because I thought this game, again, was phenomenal. Gotten all that Karma, so I'm excited to... Oh, I can't wait to watch you play it. It's so good. Absolutely messes with your brain in the best way. And the story is beautiful. Fucked up and beautiful. Now again, I haven't finished Hollow Knight, so it tops Hollow Knight. Probably tops me side. I do find it very, very, very difficult to compare a horror game with a roguelike puzzle game like Blueprints, but because Blueprints was so special to me, I think that's why it sits there. They're almost equal within their genre, but Blueprints just has to be a little bit above. But the fact that it has essentially taken the cake as my third favorite game out of all of these, it has to be up there though. I want to say it was really unique as well. I'm sure there's probably horror games that are like it or similar, have a similar story, but I mean, I haven't played that many, so I haven't seen that much. I want to go for a heavy story game right here would be The Walking Dead and Heavy Rain. So let's go for, I don't want to do The Walking Dead yet. Let's go for Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is a crowd favorite, right? Jason! 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 Can we get a Jason? Oh. I feel like that's the only appropriate choice, is it not? Jason! Jason! Heavy Rain was fucking amazing. If I had to be serious, Heavy Rain is probably here. Maybe even here. Maybe even here. So it's best that it has its own category, because then I don't have to deal with the pain, because Heavy Rain was so good. And I'm so glad that after 40,000 years, I finally got to play Heavy Rain and experience a masterpiece. I loved it so much. I know people love The Walking Dead. Heavy Rain was almost as good, if not equal for me. Oh, goodness me. I would do exactly what you did. There needs to be a Jason category. I think story games not being my thing, it would probably be A, but it's such a fan favorite that I can understand it being number one. Although call me a hypocrite, because The Walking Dead is one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah. Look, I'm leaving The Walking Dead because it's a hard one for me. Ludo? Alright. Ludo is another hard one, because I really liked Ludo. And I'm fighting on whether I throw it up in S tier or whether I top it on A. It's so hard wanting to S tier literally everything. Again, we played so many good games this year, I could S tier all. But Mr. Blake Smiley, Black Top A, Don't Pee. Okay, Don't Pee. Okay, so I put Don't Pee in C. It was really fun, silly. It was short. I don't think I can put it much higher because it was so short. It was shorter than Digging a Hole, I'm pretty sure. So it was fun, but very limited fun. If it had have given me a little bit more, it might have gone up to the higher end. But for now, I think it's solidly in C. Like, it's a good game. It's an average game. All right, what are we down to? Oh, we're almost in the final 10. I'm going to pick up Midnight Walk. Fuck, this is gonna be hard. Does Midnight Walk go all the way up here? Even here? Or does it go here? It was incredible. It was beautiful. It was a work of art, truly. Love to play it in VR. You think After My Friendly? Ooh. I think it's equal with Karma. I don't know if I can confidently put it above, but then it feels wrong being below. So I think Karma and the Midnight Walk are equal for me. So many good games! I knew my S tier would be stacked. Count how many times Allie has said that we've played so many good games this year. Drinking game! Oh, you guys would be so pissed. Holy shit. Alright, let's go for Arctic Awakening. Now, you guys know I love this game. Not only was incredible, I remind you once again, all of these games are on the VOD channel. Absolutely stacked VOD channel. So Arctic Awakening was wonderful to the point where I think we did 1 and 2 in a stream and then maybe 3 and 4 we pushed it. And then I was like, well, we can't stop now. And so we did a nearly 10-hour stream because I was hooked on it. We had our sweet little robot The story was wild. And then it gets extra points for when we got into the room at the facility place and there was like an Elden Ring pun and a Bloodborne pun. That will stay with me forever. It was a super fun experience. I really enjoyed watching what I could of that one. Yeah, I really, really liked this game. I don't think I'll S tier it. Did you guys enjoy watching Arctic Awakening or Luto better? To be honest, I can't really remember it. Arctic Awakening, I think you were around for it. It was the one where we had our little, we crash landed on an island somewhere and we had our little robot who came along with us. It was like a walking sim game. Consistently working, so I was late a lot. You would have been there for the 9-hour stream part of it. So like the end of the game, I think. The characters are so mean to the little robot boy. Yeah, he was a little shit. We have to make a big choice at the end, which I wasn't expecting it to give me one of those end game choices. It was just really, really cool. S tier for that room alone, right? Remember it on par with Ludo. Yeah, I think they're pretty equal. I think they're interchangeable. Similar vein, Indica. Again, I waited a while to play this one. Not as long as some of the others. And this game was wild, like a wild journey. But it was a trip. But God, it was good. So I think it's actually interchangeable with all three of these. These three are all interchangeable for me. It's the best trip I've ever had. Indica was awesome. Just really, you never knew what was going to happen. I mean, kind of same with all three of these. You just never knew what was coming next. My brain still hurts from Indica. I still don't know why the animals were huge. I still have so many questions with Indica, but it's definitely up there. This row's getting a bit stacked. Is there anything we could kick down? Oh God, I'm wondering if I kick down, make good choices to there. I think I want to swap those two. No, I could always swap things, honestly. All right, what's next? Let's go to Little Misfortune. Where do we think we're putting Little Misfortune? Wow, what a surprise. Allie's about to say she really enjoyed this game. Who would have thought? Not me. I adore Little Misfortune as well. And I'm pretty sure it made me cry because I wasn't expecting. With a lot of these games, I was not expecting what happened and what I was getting myself into. Why do I feel like it's another equal? These four just like walking simulator, creepy, weird, dark, emotional sort of stories. You can see I kind of have a theme going on. It's a hilariously dark game. It had some cute dark humor. Yeah, like I couldn't look at all these games and think, wow, that one stood out, because then it's like, well, wow, that one stood out. Like they all stood out. They were all amazing. Now this is a hard one for me. Alice Madness Returns. I feel like if you watched me play Alice, kind of like My Friendly, you could just tell the love that I had for this game. Once again, I didn't want it to end. I want to say Alice was perfect. I feel like it has to go in S tier. I'm unsure where. Like, I almost cried when I first jumped and died and turned into butterflies. I feel like I am so happy I got to experience Alice as an adult, because it maybe hit me harder than if I had played it as a child, but I would have loved it as a child. Held up so well for how old. Yeah, I feel like it held up really well too. Considering it's a decently old game, give me more Alice games. Please. Might be controversial, but I think before Karma, if not on par. Honestly, I was gonna throw it up pretty high as well. I was probably considering there. Alice could also beat Blueprints, but I don't think I'm quite prepared to let anything beat Blueprints. Except for obviously Tomb Raider, because that's literally the law. I wouldn't be a Tomb Raider fan if she did not top my board. Or me. She can top me. Just saying. So okay with that. Let's go for Little Nightmares 3, because I know this was a little bit controversial, because, you know, it was co-op, it was different people, Supermassive, who made it. Little Nightmares 1 and 2, phenomenal. Little Nightmares 3, I really still enjoyed where the story went, and a part that does impact it a lot for me is the fact that I did get to play it with Sass, and I had so much fun playing with her, so I feel like that elevates it a lot for me. I don't know if Little Nightmares 3 gets to be S tier though, but I think maybe it has to be like here. It's still a great game for sure. I have not played it yet, but Detroit Become Human is in my near future. I love Detroit. Need to play Detroit as well. Try and get some different outcomes, and also not have the stupid buzzing in my microphone, because that is one of the most incredible games ever. Oh, if someone hasn't got to experience Detroit Become Human yet, please do. Another one of those games like Heavy Rain, Alice, Detroit, couple of games over the last few years that I finally got to experience. And I'm just so happy that I can now say that I've played them. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed Alice as much as me. That makes me very happy. I'll be honest, I was skeptical with Alice at first, but it's because I thought a game that, oh, wouldn't look or play that well. Yeah, and then it did. Then it just fucking blew it out of the park. Oh, so good. Can't wait to force Allie to replay The Little Nightmares. I can't wait. And I will be the little crazy hair dude, because I was the bird dude. Then I saw it and I was sold. Yeah, Alice. Honestly, from the opening cutscene, Alice had me sold. I may have got frustrated very occasionally at it, but it just got better and better. It was beautiful. I think Alice is also pretty close to being a perfect game. And that's such a big call to make, but I'm obsessed with it. What would you say is the perfect game? Every single Tomb Raider and every single Uncharted. But the thing is, I know they're not perfect games. To me, they're perfect games. So it's kind of hard. So if I was to just do, in general, Alice is probably a perfect game. Actually, the perfect game, piss off a lot of people, the perfect game is The Last of Us 2. It's beautiful. It's my favorite. It's just a bit better than 1. I cannot wait next year, holy fuck, next year we're playing it in chronological order and I'm so excited because they released a new setting to play it in chronological order because it flips back and forth from character to character and time to time, and so I cannot wait. It's going to be such a beautiful experience and then I get to play my favorite game again. So yeah, taking out Uncharted and Tomb Raider, The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2 is what I think is the closest thing to a perfect game. I'm so glad you agree. Pacing the characters, setting the story, the gameplay, the mechanics. I am just curious to see if the chronological order becomes a perfect game. Alright, let's do Skyrim. Because I know Skyrim has a special place in everyone's heart, except for Starkey, who would put it in D. Starkey would probably make his own category for Skyrim. Now, I was a late bloomer with Skyrim. I didn't finish this game. I played for a couple of streams and I really enjoyed it. But it's a very big, overwhelming game. And I think it just overwhelmed me too much. Worst game of all time, Skyrim sweeps. Wow. S is for Skyrim for a reason. I think Skyrim, I can't put it in S tier. I haven't played it enough. And I also don't think, I think if I had the nostalgia with Skyrim, I would understand. But I didn't play it growing up, so I missed that part. Look, I'm looking at putting Skyrim in A. I just don't know where. I don't think I want to put it above all these games, which means it kind of has to go below. All right, The Walking Dead. Where would you guys put The Walking Dead? I think that The Walking Dead is equal. I'm not going to put it in the Jason category, of course, but I actually enjoyed The Walking Dead as much as Heavy Rain. So many people were like, Walking Dead, literally best thing ever, mind-blowing, amazing, incredible, and it was. But I also think Heavy Rain was wonderful. So I think this may be the one. Am I just being stubborn with Blueprints? I don't know. Also, it's pretty close to Alice. I really, really did enjoy Alice. Between Alice and Blueprints, yes, up there. I think people just praised The Walking Dead so much. People praised Heavy Rain as well. And so I just thought it was interesting that I liked them equally. I thought Walking Dead was gonna blow it out of the park, and it did, but so did Heavy Rain. I wanted to like Walking Dead, but couldn't get as far as there were no invert mouse for it. Oh, really? Boo. I hate that that ruined it for you. All right, the final games we have, by the way, is Life is Strange 2, The Witcher 3, Assassin's Creed Shadows, The Night Shift, Repo, and Silent Hill F. Let's go Silent Hill F because we only played it once. I thought it was amazing, but just from everything that I've heard of it and the fact that I haven't gone back to it, every time I put a game in a certain spot, I'm like looking at everything surrounding it and trying to judge it accordingly. I think it's just very difficult because Silent Hill scared me so much. I like some of the creature designs in Silent Hill, but the game looks so boring. Yeah, apparently it gets a bit repetitive and you don't understand the story really until you play it 4 times, which is a little disappointing. I wish I wasn't so scared of it. It makes it so difficult to play a game when I truly have that much fear inside of me, and I didn't even really get to anything super scary. Like, I barely scratched the surface with that game. I would like to go back and play it again, but I just don't know if I could. But the fact that I finished a lot of these games as well, it's very hard to put it above a game that I didn't finish. So I think, remember that one boss fight you had? That was really cool, but I was shitting bricks. the whole time. I feel like I can't do anything rational in Silent Hill F because I just cannot remain calm. But I can also understand that it's a beautiful game. I thought the visuals and the music and the sound design and everything was incredible. But that just made it more scary. Alright, Repo. I've only really played it once and I had a lot of fun with it. I maybe had a little bit more fun than Peak, so I'm going to chuck it there. Again, I know there's a lot of people who play Peak, Repo, all these multiplayer games who've probably played it so much and would S tier it. But I just haven't really played it enough to do that. It's just not something that I dabble in too much, unfortunately. Repo was hilarious. It was very overwhelming for me though, but it was a lot of fun. I would say Repo was only more fun than Peak because there was more of us and it was more chaotic. Or was it Peak was kind of, I want to say kind of chill with Starkey, but they're similar because I kind of put them in a similar category. All right, let's go for Marty's game, the night shift. I really wish I was on day 9 of the night shift and it has like 11 days or something. God, I wish I just did a long stream and played another hour or two because I was so close to the end of this game and now going back to it just would be, I hate going back to a game right when I'm close to the end. Same with Mass Effect 1. I feel like if we do that, I have to start Mass Effect again. And also I don't have my playthrough anywhere, so I'd love to just do that again. I think doing a Mass Effect month where we get through 1, 2, and 3. The same with like a Bioshock month, doing 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, I really like the night shift and obviously love Marty. But I think I made the mistake of not going back. But I did enjoy what I played of it. And I just wish that I committed, and because I think the story is really good. The story apparently had a wacky turn, which I kind of learned a bit more about editing the DLC for SAS, and it kind of gave away what happens at the end of the main game, and it's insane. So I imagine the end would have been pretty cool. But I stopped right before things got juicy, but it was still good. And an incredible game made by Marty. The fact that it was just Marty. Mass Effect is so good, you gotta finish. I know, I was so close to the end. I gotta be better with just sticking to games until they're done. Much like The Witcher. Here's 2 games here that I finished pretty well. And then The Witcher 3, which got... Again, I love sticking to games until I'm done. There just needs to... I swear they need to stop giving us new games for 6 months to let me catch up. And then I'm good. But it's just... I'll be playing The Witcher and then 3 new really good games will come out. So obviously I'll play those back to back and then suddenly I haven't played The Witcher in 4 months. You know? So The Witcher 3 was incredible. Don't think I can S tier it again because I haven't played enough. I really liked Gwent as well though. I think this is a good way for me to say it. I think if I fully played through Skyrim and I fully played through The Witcher 3, I would like The Witcher 3 more. So I think it can bump it just above Skyrim, but I don't know if I can bump it above these 4 games that I played and finished and loved when I haven't played enough of it. I don't think there's anything else good till April, so you have a bit of time. There's so, what do you mean? We literally have Resident Evil Requiem, and I'm going to do Resident Evil month to kind of play a few of the old Resident Evils before that comes out. And then I probably have a bit of a break in January, yeah. But then there's always random little games that surprise you. 007 is coming out. I don't know when that is. And then obviously the Tomb Raider remaster. There's a couple of huge games coming out next year. I just don't know when. There's always just something. Like so many of these games, I didn't know that I'd find Moral Dilemma. I didn't know that Luto would come out. Arctic Awakening would come out. Blueprints would come out. Karma would come out. The Midnight Walk. Like a lot of these games. Dispatch. A lot of these games were surprise games on us that ended up being incredible. I had to play them. And they interrupted the flow of a lot of the other big games, which... Shadow drops seem to be more common than ever. Yeah, and it makes it so fucking hard. Alright, final 2 games. We have Life is Strange. I'm going to end with Assassin's Creed. Life is Strange 2. Now, we just finished this. This is the most recent game we just finished. I confidently said that this was my favourite Life is Strange out of the 3 so far. I just think the message and the story... and everything in Life is Strange 2, it was riskier. It was a lot heavier, I feel like. There was a lot more like anger behind it than emotion like usual with the Life is Strange games. But I really enjoyed where they went with it. And I think a lot of people could probably do with playing Life is Strange 2 and having a bit of a wake-up call maybe. I started a conversation, yeah. And of course the other 2 were emotional and beautiful, but this one hit in so many more ways than just emotion. It was heavy. But it was, yeah, I don't know. I just really like that they delved into topics of racism and stuff like that, because that is, I mean, everything that happened in this game is something that some people face every single day of their life, and people are kind of scared to talk about it. So I think it's good. I think especially with what's going on, this was close to home in that way. Yeah, very relevant to life in America right now. Apparently it was relevant to life in America when it was made in 2019 as well, so checks out. It was really good. I think for me, Life is Strange series is solid B tier, but again, they aren't fully up my alley. I'm very much not the target audience. I could actually S tier it, but also it's fresh. It's so much fresher than a lot of these other games, so I don't know if that's impacting it, because it being one of the most current games for me. Can appreciate how great the writing is for them, although I've heard less than stellar stuff about some. Yeah, True Colors and Double Exposure do not hit as hard. I think maybe it's because after 5 Life is Strange games, it's a little too much, it's a little more difficult. And also when you peak, I feel like one of the hardest things in gaming is when you peak so hard on certain games, even Expedition 33, when they make another game, they're going to struggle. Because when you peak on your first few games or your first game, 10 out of 10 across the board, it's very hard to go anywhere except down. And so I feel like you make it difficult for yourself by making such a good game. And that's kind of what 1, 2, and 3 were. Expect the same quality. Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I liked Bloom and Rage, but I think that's just similar. It's made by the same people, yes. That's Lost Records, right? I really, really want to play Lost Records next year. It's on the list. Lost Records and the other 2 Life is Strange games we will get through eventually. Because yeah, they don't nod. They know what they're doing. And the final game for today is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, guys, how many streams did we do on Assassin's Creed Shadows? How many hours did we play this game? We dabbled in the DLC for a little bit. We played this game for about 70 plus hours maybe. We finished the story. All I wanted to do was play Assassin's Creed Shadows all the time. I know a lot of people didn't like Shadows, but I loved Yasuke Naoe. I loved the characters. I loved the story. You could sit there and judge it. Is it an Assassin's Creed game? Is it not an Assassin's Creed game? The game itself, I loved everything about it. There's things that I could fault, like having to unlock the ability to assassinate. That will always be a problem for me. But the game was incredible, and I still want to play it again. The world was beautiful. I have to S tier it. How far is it going to make up the S tier, do you think? It would probably it would be my most played game of the entire year. I think you're willing to put it behind Tomb Raider. I don't know. I think there is where I'll put it, because bear with me. If someone said to me, this is how I'm justifying it. Not that I have to, but I like justifying it, as you can tell by this whole exercise we've just done for 3 hours. If someone was to say to me, I don't know, name your top 10 favorite games, I feel like, or games you've played recently, I feel like Alice and The Walking Dead would come to mind, and Blueprints. Assassin's Creed, if someone mentioned it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I love Shadows, but I don't think it would be in the forefront of my mind. It'd be there, but not quite on the tip of my tongue, you know? So I think there's a good spot. So it's up there with one of the best games I've played this year, but it's not quite. But also we haven't played it for a few months. And I do kind of want to finish the DLC and play the Attack on Titan DLC, because I think the Dead by Daylight DLC was so cool. I just love it so much, and I'm so excited. Even though I know we have so many Assassin's Creeds, but I'm actually excited for what they do with the next one. Because there has to be a next one, right? They're never going to stop making Assassin's Creeds. And people have been teasing that it's going to be something to do with witches, and I think that's cool. I'm a fan of this list, except for Hollow Knight, but you'll come around eventually. Yeah, look, I've said it a million times. I can understand Hollow Knight moving up once I've finished it. Let's look at it this way, okay? Look at my list. Tomb Raider, finished game. Blueprints, semi-finished game. The Walking Dead, finished. Alice, finished. Shadows, finished. Karma, finished. Midnight Walk, finished. Life is Strange, finished. Dispatch, finished. Neighborhood, finished. Me-Side, finished. Hollow Knight, the only game in my S tier that I have only played for less than 10 hours. 2 streams. And it still holds S tier? I feel like that speaks for itself. That's pretty crazy. So I feel like I'm happy with its position there, because that's huge for that. And then we have Heavy Rain finished, Luto finished, Little Misfortune finished, Not finished, not finished, not finished. Finished, finished, can't finish. Finished, finished, finished. Almost finished. Finished, finished, finished. Can't finish, can't finish. Finished, finished, can't finish. Finish, can't finish, can't finish. So while like 80% of this list or more, I have finished the entire game. And I'm pretty happy with that. So ladies and gentlemen, Allie finishes games. Definitely once you've experienced it in full, I'd be interested to see how you feel about it after that. Yeah, I would like to see as well. See if it will stick with me. Still waiting for the Black Flag remaster to be real. That'd be cool. I think a lot of people would be excited about that. Allie plays through 80% of games and stops. Wow. Are you this cute? Or is this the effects of Christmas season? I'm not sure. Is it the red lip? I mean, this is what I always look like. I just have some... It's AI, oh my god. Azura, welcome in. How you doing? It's a dork. She's not cute. Wow. Rude. Anyway, so this is my ranking for all of the games that we have played, most of the games that we have played for this year, most of them being finished in full. Do we all approve of my list? I once again have to say, before I wrap up this segment for where I'll cut it for YouTube, holy shit, we played some absolutely incredible games this year. There is so many in S tier, and those games all absolutely deserve to be there. And god, I could even put, if I had like an A+ tier, there's a bunch of games here that would move up to it. But I think this is the perfect spot for everything for now. And I love these games, and I'm so glad that big games like Heavy Rain, The Walking Dead, Alice, I'm just so happy that I finally got to experience them and tick them off my list and now understand why they are so loved. So thank you for watching. Share your favorite game. Out of all the games I've played, what would top your tier list? Bye YouTube.